Happy Friday, Roundshot Ranchers. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. This week was pretty good for us. We had Kendra come. The weather has been up and down as far as the temperature. And the boys have been shedding, which is a sure sign of spring. And so is Abe's nightly jaunt to the gate to see if by some miracle upon miracles it has been opened so that he gets to go on to, hi buddy, the other pastures. He is very much ready to be out and about and not stuck on the first pasture any longer. The boys are easy. The boys are definitely getting some spring fever and some cabin fever and are ready to be able to spread their legs. We've had a lot of snow, so the areas that they are actually walking in is a third probably of what the pasture size actually is, especially with Abe and his little legs. It's more difficult for him to go through the huge drifts. Charlie likes to lay in them, but not necessarily break through to make some trails. Roni is the adventurous one who will go break trails, but it's hard for him too. He's not super big, and it's more difficult for him as he gets older. Louis has been doing well. He's been tucking himself into this corner where he is right now eating, and so it conserves some of his energy and makes him more comfortable, and he gets to eat more. Abe's been doing well too. He was incredibly good sorry, I'm watching what Charlie's doing because he gets pretty ornery around feeding time. So Abe was very, very good during his farrier session. Even Kendra mentioned how chill he was. I think a lot of it was that Charlie was literally standing right next to him for the whole thing and was falling asleep. He had already had his feet done. We usually do Abe last, just so he can kind of chill out and wind down and get a lay of the land of what actually is going on during farrier day. But he was good for 3/4 of the trim. He started balking at his last leg, but I think that he has a little ADHD, and he doesn't like to stand for very long and has a very, very short attention span. So he did really, really well. He was asleep for half of it, and then he woke up and wasn't too bad. It was, him. He's had a lot worse sessions where it's been kind of a struggle to get him done, but he was really, really good on Monday, and he's come a long way. I mean, that's the basic gist of it. He from where he was when he came back to us to where he is now is night and day. And I honestly couldn't be prouder of him because it has taken a lot for him. And I attribute most of it, if not all of it, to Charlie and his incredible ability to be a calming effect and to run this herd the way that he wants it, which is calm and not much fighting. And he tries to have everybody get along as much as possible, and he's the one that makes the rules. So Louis did really well during the farrier session too. He, of course, is the comedian, and he decided that he wanted to help. So he was trying to steal tools out of Kendra's pocket, which was super funny. And but he's always a rock star. He has absolutely no problems with the farrier. He loves the attention. His knees are healing from when he fell in the ice or fell down or whatever happened to him. They were healing really well, and then he must have laid down in a rough spot and tore them back open, at least one of them back open. But they're healing now again, so we're supposed to get a couple inches of snow this weekend. So we'll put a pad back down, which will help him when he wants to lay down. I like that he is and wants to lay down. It's not good for a horse or any animal for that matter to go without REM sleep. So really the only way that they can do that is if they lay down. And it only takes them about, as long as they're down, sleeping in good REM, 10, 15 minutes, they're restored. So it's a good thing. Some other things that have been happening this week is last week of February. How the heck did that happen? Weren't we just celebrating the holidays and New Year's? I have no idea how we're already in March tomorrow. Before you know it, spring is going to be here, and for us that means our spring sale. It's our plant and outdoor sale, and we've got some really great items this year. We've got lots of furniture. We've got a day bed. We've got so much stuff, and of course we have plants. So if you have plants that you're a gardener, and when the time comes and you're looking to maybe split up your garden and you need to thin it out, please think of us. We are always taking more plants. If you have flowering plants, an added bonus. That was really one of the things that people were asking for last year, were flowering plants. So if you have those, please contact us, and we'll come out and get them, no problem. The other thing that we're already gearing up for is our open house. We have some wonderful things planned for this year, including a drill team is going to be performing at around 2:30. And if you're going to be at Aquafest in March 15th and 16th, we will be there as well. They will be performing Saturday at noon. So you get a little sneak peek of them. They don't do the same performance every time, so every performance is different. So we will, that's the other thing that's happening in the spring, is that we're going to be at Aquafest for the first time in a few years. We took a little bit of a break. So we're going to try it again, and hopefully the weather will cooperate, and we'll have a great turnout, and we'll get to see lots of faces. We're going to be, in addition to our materials, we're also going to have items from the garage sale there that we'll be selling. So it's going to be horse themed and some unique stuff. So come on out out and see us there. So lots of planning going on, lots of housekeeping going on. You know, spring also there's cleaning going on. And this year I'm pretty sure we're going to have a lot of cleaning to do as far as manure cleanup. The boys didn't venture out as much this winter, so they have a lot of manure pretty close to the barn that's going to need to be cleaned up, plus with all the snow and everything. So let's go over and say hi to Pumpkin real quick. Excuse me while I limbo. I don't want to make anybody sick with my sudden movements here, but so this is what no man's land is. The reason that Pumpkin has not been integrated yet is you can see the rods, or the we'll just call them rods. They're frozen into the ground. So we're going to have to wait a little while. We're not going to open it up and have those still present, because we know there's a certain thoroughbred that pretty sure will impale himself on it. And here's Miss Pumpkin. God, she's a sweetheart. She was absolutely wonderful during her session. She thought Kendra was a pillow, so she decided to put her head on Kendra's back while she was getting her farrier work done. And it was funny because Kendra was laughing the whole time. She just loves attention, and she's a little love bug, and she's an absolute gem is what she is. She at least from what I've seen so far, doesn't have any faults. She's got great ground manners. She's got a good head on her shoulders. We'll have to see how she is when she gets in with the boys. But, you know, for her being essentially by herself, she's been an absolute sweetheart. No, because the temperature has gone up again, we are back to soaking her hay. That's why her hay looks so different than the boys. We soak it in her water trough because she ends up doing it herself at some point too. So we just skip the middleman for her and soak it before we put it down, and then she goes and vacuums it up. She is the best hay eater I have ever seen. She does not leave a bit of hay left after she is done eating. In the morning, everything is gone. You will see only dirt on this floor. And in the afternoon for her dinner, there is once again absolutely nothing left. She eats every little morsel. So she's a good little eater. Like I said, we do have to be careful that she doesn't put too much weight on. But we think she looks pretty good right now. She's a fluff ball, so a lot of that is her hair, is her awesome coat. So, and we keep brushing it. So yeah, she apparently is she's a woolly mammoth. She's just built for this. She's built for this weather. Her neighbors are coming down the driveway with a trailer. That's what caught her interest. But yeah, she's doing really well. One of the effects that has happened with having her feet trimmed is that she is limping significantly more. She needed a trim very, very badly. Not to the point where it was hurting her or anything, but her feet were pretty long, and for whatever reason that was helping whatever is wrong with her leg. Now that she's where she needs to be as far as her angles and her length, she's limping. And she is doing the same thing that Apollo did, moving laterally. So I'm very much looking forward to Dr. Lauren in the spring once the weather breaks coming, and figuring out what exactly we can do to make her feel better. It hasn't stopped her from moving around, but obviously obviously she's in pain, or else she wouldn't be limping. So I might talk to Dr. Lauren. I probably will talk to Dr. Lauren and ask her if it would be a good idea to put her on some Equiox even before she comes out and does a lameness test. But that's really it for this week, guys. I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. It's supposed to get cold again here, and I'm not a fan of this weather, to be honest. I'm an oddball. I like things winter. I actually like the season. It's, for the most part, the boys enjoy it. The horses enjoy it, I should say. They do well in it. They don't have to worry about flies. They don't have to worry about mud. It's not too hot for them. They're pretty much built for the cold, with the exception of Louie. So I'm an oddball. I really don't mind the winter. This up and down temperature is brutal. I don't like it. The boys and the horses don't like it. So I would really just like it to, if it's going to just stay, if it's going to be cold, be cold. If it's going to start warming up, then warm up, but don't be like almost 50 degrees and then drop down to the teens for a couple days and then jump back up to almost 50 and then go back down to the teens. It's brutal on the horses. A lot of horses do colic during this kind of weather. So we're keeping a very, very close eye on everybody, making sure that they're drinking a lot of water, making sure that they're having their minerals, they're eating, that they're going to the bathroom, because they might be big animals, but they are definitely very fragile. Their systems are super, super fragile. So hopefully we'll get a break, and it's either going to be warm, or warmer, and creeping towards the the 40s and stays that way, because we are heading into March, or we get locked into one temperature is what I'm looking for. But anyway, guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and happy March, and we will talk to you guys next week. Be well, Roan Ranchers.